Set in the foothills of Proctor, Vermont, sits a building that seems out of place. At one time known as Johnson's Folly, it is now known as Wilson Castle. Built by the Johnsons, who would only know heartbreak, loss, and betrayal, but lived in by numerous generations of the Wilson family that would go on to flourish and preserve this beautiful property for the next 90 years. Wilson Castle started its history in 1885. John Johnson and his wife Sarah planned out the castle design over nearly 7 years. Wilson Castle took 8 years to complete at a cost of $1.3 million, approximately $50 million in today's currency. The Johnson family would only reside in the castle for a short period of time, eventually losing it due to financial issues. In 1939, a radio engineer named Herbert Lee Wilson, a pioneer in the AM radio field, was looking for a new location for a radio station in Vermont and fell in love with the property, purchasing Wilson Castle as a summer home for him and his family. Mr. Wilson joined the Army in 1941 and retired in 1950 as a colonel. Colonel Wilson opened the castle to tours in 1962 and passed away in 1981 at the age of 82, leaving the estate to his daughter Blossom. Blossom passed away in 2010, leaving Wilson Castle to her daughter Denise. Today, the castle sits as a museum and offers tours and paranormal investigations. Visitors have experienced ghostly apparitions, strange voices from empty rooms, sounds of walking in empty hallways, and being touched by hands extending from the darkness. Past stories of secret passageways yet to be discovered still exist to this day. Join us as we explore the endless rooms, eerie hallways, and long history of Vermont's only castle, the amazing Wilson Castle. Jason and JV, we are now heading into Wilson Castle.
Tell you, it's going to be a real treat having 4 walls and a roof and windows.
Windows are the key.
Yeah.
All right. And this property has some wild history behind it, though. We're talking about a guy by the name of John Johnson, who was kind of a snake oil salesman, doctor.
Yeah, real con man.
Yeah, who had the place built for his wife. Yeah, and the problem is he kind of had it built with his wife's family's money in the first place. He only married her because she had money. And then when the family decided that they realized that he was a con man, they cut off the funds, and what'd he do? He decided to just take off.
He just disappeared.
And she had to, take her one remaining child. They had 2 children, a daughter and a son. The daughter died from spinal meningitis, and the son lived on.
Yeah, she didn't live to be a year, did she?
No.
This is just a beautiful place.
It's gorgeous.
It's amazing.
It's got so much crazy history, too. And a lot of claims. So they're talking about full voices, full body apparitions, voices. And mainly in this main house, though, the activity they get is on a positive note, just like trying to tell you about the past or, bring up the history. But then in the servants' quarters is where things kind of take a more malicious turn, right?
Yeah, it's interesting. When they were telling the story, it's basically a story of 2 spirit worlds here. You've got the main house where it seems to be, whatever's present here seems to be amicable, friendly, calming. But on the other side of the house where the domestic servants lived, and at one point they had 39 servants working here. And I say servants, I think they were paid domestic help, but still lived like servants. And On that side of the house, it's far different energy.
Yeah, they're talking about people being told to get out and
Yeah.
everything else. And you got to wonder, I mean, what of that is true? Sometimes people hear something or hear what they want to hear.
Well, I've heard EVPs where it's like,
Yeah.
and that's get out, that's get out. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm
Oh
here.
my God, that says my name.
Yeah.
Samuel, what are you doing here? No, it was, somebody's stomach making sounds.
Right.
And a lot of this furniture is either originally from the Johnsons or from Colonel Wilson, right?
Can I just say something? I'm a little disappointed that Dr. John Johnson, who built this place with his wife's family's money, he's the one that built it. Why aren't they calling it Johnson Castle? I would feel a little better if it was being called Johnson Castle.
You'd feel better if they called it Johnson Castle after a guy who swindled his wife's family.
Well, maybe not that.
You want to know? Let's go with that, Jim. We'll call this Johnson's Castle after a guy who swindled his wife's money.
All right.
And, then screwed everybody and took off and honestly left the servants without a paycheck.
Yeah.
The poor lady had to give away art to the paid servants to make good.
Yeah. And just like the building, when they constructed this place, which is one of the reasons it's so fantastically beautiful, they brought all the materials from Europe and they brought all the craftsmen from Europe, and all that artwork you're talking about, most of that came from Europe.
So everybody is not, instead of Wilson Castle, we're going with Jimmy.
No, we'll go back to
we're going Jimmy Johnson's Castle, JV Johnson's Castle.
Let's go back to Wilson Castle.
JV
I'm sorry I brought him.
JV Johnson's Castle on money stolen from his wife, his family. So we'll just stick with that.
Oh, man.
It sounds better than Hawes Castle.
That sounds pretty stately.
I don't know. All right, so there is the crazy thing is this place is so amazing and the people here are so amazing.
Yeah.
We had brought up about these objects with these signs and they say do not touch, and they were like, no, you guys, we know you, we know what you do, we've seen your work, you guys want to touch something, go ahead and touch it. And we're like, no, we're not going to touch it. But
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
But thank you. But I mean, a lot of this stuff could be trigger objects.
Well, this particular chair that you're looking at here, this was a gift from the Pope.
That's amazing.
A Pope. I don't remember which one. I think it was Pope Pius.
Yeah. I heard him say it. I couldn't repeat the name.
To Colonel Wilson, who eventually bought the place. But this was a gift from the Pope, and it's a Louis XV chair.
And Wilson actually was a radio engineer.
Yeah.
So he'd build radio stations and put them together.
He went around the world constructing stations in the, I guess, 30s and 40s. He was a colonel in World War II, so he was probably doing that work for the Army at the time. But in fact, looking through this, I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to try to zoom in on that. Looking out that stained glass window, you can see a red light flashing. That red light, I'm going to turn it off IR for a sec. That red light is one of the radio towers he built on the property.
All right. If anybody out there is watching this, one thing I would like in the future would be a chair very much like this, made for me, dedicated in my honor. This will be the chair of Hawes Manor.
I like that.
Yeah, the chair of Hawes Manor. If we say it like deep, ready? Hang on. The chair of Hawes Manor.
That sounds like a horror movie.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah. The chair of Hawes Manor. The chair of Hawes Manor. The chair of Hawes Manor. The chair of Hawes Manor.
Yeah, I'd pay to go see that.
Only you probably, though. I'd make like $9.
Is that what it costs? I won't go for $9. Forget that.
Jesus, it cost me millions to make. So,
And I was thinking $4. I'd go.
well, you are the cheapest for Italian I've ever known. Oh my God. If there's anybody here, my name's Jason, and this is my friend JV. We'd really like to talk with somebody. Denise and Andy allowed us to come and spend some time here. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. And we'd really love to know some of the history or some of the things that you experienced in your life while you were here. Any memories? Good, bad? What was that? Did you hear that? That's
That?
no, there sounded like it was just like a voice. And it sounded like it said a couple words, but I can't tell you what it was. I'm sorry if you just said something. I didn't hear what you said, but I think I did hear you say something. Can you say something again for us? All right, that was a low-hanging chandelier thing that I just took the top of my head off with.
This is such a beautiful home, and I know the circumstances of its construction are a little frustrating, but it's still such a beautiful home and a monument to your family. And when I say your family, I mean Sarah Robbins' family, who is the woman that Dr. John Johnson married for her money.
So this design, this actual statue down here, I guess was from the World's Fair in Chicago. And that's the very same fair where H.H. Holmes built his murder hotel.
Yeah, it's where he went and preyed on the young women.
Yeah.
That's quite a story. And that's makes this piece really remarkable.
Yeah. I guess there was only 5 of these. I think Andy was saying to us. This is an amazing room. Look at this.
Yeah, this was the art gallery where all the priceless artwork used to reside. It's got a domed ceiling, glass domed ceiling.
Where Miss Robbins had to give all the art away to the servants because Mr. Johnson took off and screwed everybody.
This is the music room. There are 3 musical devices. This is a portable, actually, by the terms of 1900 standards, piano. This looks like an organ of some kind. And this is also an organ. This one's got actually pipes on it.
I'll go over here. I'll show you an organ. I'm going to hell. I'm so
God, hell.
Yeah, I think that's considered sexual harassment.
I feel violated.
Oh my God, I can't believe I said that. I apologize. We probably will not air that. All right, so Jimmy showed you the organs. All right, so over here is actually a music box, which was Colonel Wilson's. Colonel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and this actually still works, but we got to be careful. But let's play it and see if it works any triggers for us. All right.
Wow.
We're done. I will apologize for how many times I spun it.
You may have cranked it once, too many times.
May I just say that that thing sounds better than most stereo systems.
That's amazing.
That really sounded incredible.
And when it was hitting the bass notes, I
Yeah.
could actually feel it.
I felt it through my feet. That is amazing. I mean, the record, or whatever they call it.
Tin. They call it. I think they call it a tin.
I mean, yeah, that was from your days, so you probably.
Oh my God. Yeah, we used to play those on the deck of the Titanic.
Well, yeah, I got nothing. You actually took the wind out of my sail on that one. It's like, damn.
Did you like the music? Does that bring a sense of peace and tranquility to you? Do you hear a voice? Do you hear a voice?
I think whatever it was probably closer to you because to me it was like a quick little sound.
I think I just heard you. Can you speak a little louder for me? Quiet now.
A lot of these furnishings in here are original. They were the families, whether it's the Wilson family or some of the things were from the Johnson family. This place was built 1865, right?
Yeah, it took, I can't remember how many years. They said 9 years? Is it 9?
And it was at a cost in 1865 of 1.3 million, which was equivalent to 53 million, right?
Yeah.
So 1.3 million, 1865, which considered 50 something million now.
One of the things they didn't count on, though, is the materials they brought, particularly the bricks they brought over from Europe, weren't suited to handle Vermont winters.
I don't know much things that are suited to handle Vermont winters.
So, and if you live in the Northeast, you know that ice buildup is a real problem. And if water gets into cracks, if it's porous brick and then it freezes, it's going to make the brick crumble. That's what happens. So they've been really working to restore it.
Yeah, they've been doing a phenomenal job. They really have.
Yeah.
Little by little, but I mean, as much as they can.
It's not easy.
That was something.
Yeah.
That was like a male voice. It was like, oh. That was something. Hello?
I just heard the female voice again. Really faint.
But it was like a male voice. It was like a wow. Hello? Oh,
You heard?
that was a female voice.
That was female.
That was female.
It was closer this time.
Hey, if you're talking with us, we'd really love to talk back. Can you tell us anything? Maybe tell us your name? Maybe tell us your name? Maybe tell us your name? Did you work here?
I wonder, because you just said that, I wonder if the voice is coming from the servants area.
It's right above us.
Yeah, that's why it's fainter.
Do you know anybody in the Johnson family? Maybe anybody in the Wilson family? We don't want to scare you, but we think we've heard you talk a couple times. And we love this building. We love this house. It's beautiful. Is that like walking? Yeah.
Yeah. We're here as friends and admirers.
We were asked to come. We were given permission. They're so walking. But it's like upstairs.
Yeah.
I just don't want to go somewhere and startle something.
Right.
If something's, I mean, if it wants to communicate, I want to give it the ability to do it on its own terms.
Yep. What's that?
I don't know what that was.
You heard it, right?
Yeah, I did. Listen, man, it sounds like just your feet just going.
Looks like, put your light down. Looks like there's a light coming from the second floor into the hallway now. Do you see it?
Oh, something's illuminating.
That wasn't there before.
No.
Something up there is generating light. You can see it, right?
I can see. Yeah, it's
It's
right
kind
over
of
here.
making the stairway glow a little, then fade.
Would you be okay if we came upstairs? We don't want to startle you.
I'm going to turn off IR for a sec to see if we can capture that light.
Do it.
It's really so faint, I don't think we're going to. Yeah, I'm getting nothing.
We're going to come upstairs slowly. We don't want to startle you. We just really like to talk to you.
I'm turning IR back on.
Again, my name's Jason. This is my friend JV. And Andy and Denise allowed us to come in. I think we can debunk the light, though.
Can we?
Yeah, it's a safety thing for the stairs.
Oh,
We missed
okay.
the light.
Okay.
Debunked. But if you want, we could still scream, "Oh my God," and run out. Just to make some people happy. Why is that bedroom light on? It was turned off earlier.
I can say this as well about this room. Over here, you'll see this dress. This was the mourning dress of one of the ladies that lived here. It was found stuck in the attic. They'd put it on display. And many people who have investigated this house say they see somebody around this dress. So this room is known for activity.
And again, this room, we don't know the exact use of this room, but speculation, let me just state that, is that it was possibly Mr. Johnson's mistress. Now, Mrs. Johnson and Mr. Johnson had their own bedrooms. This is a random room that makes no sense to anybody, so I'm just telling you what we were told. I'm not making...
Yeah, and the thing that makes it most unusual is that it's connected to Mr. Johnson's bedroom through an adjoining bath.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's what makes it unusual.
I'll show you that right now. So here is the bathroom. We're going to walk through the bathroom. As you can see, and when you walk through the bathroom, this was Mr. Johnson's bedroom, and still same, it's the same bed and stuff, so that's all original. But this was Mr. Johnson's bedroom. Now, you see that, and that's fine. And Mrs. Johnson's bedroom. All right, I'm even more confused here because why is this door closed?
I don't know. We had all the doors were open, all the lights were off. Hello?
All right. Anyways, that was Mr. Johnson's bedroom. And Mrs. Johnson's bedroom was here across the hall. So back then, And we're not saying it was the right thing, but back then it was a common thing. So, which, I don't know, it should be awkward to me. I don't know.
A little strange.
Yeah.
Sarah, this was your room. Can you talk to us? We'd like to learn a little more about you.
Sarah, we know that it must have been very hard for you in this house. You must have been going through just a lot. We know you lost a daughter due to spinal meningitis. You raised your son only to find out that your husband was using you. We are sorry to hear this. We really are. We feel for you. Is there anything that you'd like to say? Is there anything you'd like to talk about? Maybe fill us in on? We'd love to tell your story, if you'd be willing to share it with us. That was the sound. That, like, tink? Yes.
What is that?
That's walking. I can hear that.
It sounded closer than.
But there was like a bink.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of noises. That. Similar to the walking that we heard when we were downstairs.
Sarah, is that you? Mr. Johnson, is that you? Do you have something to say? There's moving. There's like, I keep on hearing it too. It's just.
Can you shine that right in my eye?
Thank you. Sorry. It's weird because I can't hear it with the headphones off, but I can hear it with the headphones on.
It'll be interesting when we review this if the camera mic, the shotgun mic, picked any of it up.
But I can hear it. Sound. Tink. Yeah.
What is that?
That's so weird because
Right there.
yeah,
It's like a conversation.
but I can only hear it with headphones on. That's strange. I mean, like an EVP, true EVP.
Yeah.
I'm hearing it through electronics, but I can't hear it with my own ears. What the hell? The light's on. The lights. Go that way. I'm going this way.
The hell?
Hello?
Is there somebody here? So big, it's hard to figure out.
Jim, where are you?
Right here.
Where's here? Oh, Jim, the light's on again.
Oh, yeah.
And also, hang on. Is there? No, okay, maybe that's just fell due to the weather. Plaster all over the place. Looks like a good chunk of it.
Listen, I just thought I saw some movement in here. It could have been just shadow. I don't know.
Guys, I'm sorry about the IR and in the light, but I don't want to change anything yet.
I thought I saw something in the back left.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going to go back there and somebody's going to jump out, right? You better. I don't see anything, but this is like out of a horror movie. This isn't, I mean, I'm waiting to see something crouch down, man. No, there's nothing. This is just, the whole area is just torn up. They're trying to fix.
You think it could be a short in this light or something?
Jim, where's the switch?
Yeah, it's over there.
No, I mean, the switch is in the on position.
That's true. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, so it had to be moved.
We got the camera there again. All right.
And we were in the other room, and you heard footsteps. We both heard the footsteps.
I heard a bang. So unless that was, you know what? I'm going to go back to that room. And when I do, because I want to match it up with this, if I go back to the room, I'll tell you I'm there. I flick on and off the switch.
Okay.
Flick it off, and then give it a couple seconds, flick it on.
Okay.
Hang on. I want to get it right to the same spot, so hang on. All right, go ahead. Yep, that's it.
That's
the
it?
sound. That's the same sound. Yep, that's the sound. That's the same sound.
Wow.
That's the same friggin' sound. You can match it up. I don't know. That's the same sound.
Wow.
You know what? Honestly, I think I want to turn this camera kind of towards that thing.
Toward the light switch. Did they say anything about having lights? No, that was a figure that Andy said he saw in the office. I'm trying to remember if had anybody reported that before.
I gotta move the head of that camera with this. Hang on. All right. I now have the switch in a direct shot.
Okay.
All right.
Were you trying to communicate with us by using the light? Can you do that again? We're right here now.
Oh. That was a female.
Female voice.
That was a female. That was like a...
Can you do that again? We're right here now.
Oh.
Can you do that again? We're right here now.
Oh. Okay. Well, not sure if you said yes, no, or something else. Can you say it again? Every time I look over there, that black dress in that closet, it's creepy as shit in the dark.
It really is, and I swear I saw movement in there. Does that? I didn't see back into the left. Does that connect to something?
No, it looks like a closet that's been beat up. I mean, it's really taken a hit.
Can you please turn the light on again for us? Let us know that you're here and you did that deliberately.
I don't even hear the walking anymore.
No, it's quiet now.
we're not here to judge. We're not here to scare you or bother you. We know you have every right to be here.
We're guests, and we're here respectfully. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did. And that was weird because on my headphones, it sounded like it came the same, like it was just like all around in a circle.
Yeah, I felt like, again, headphones, it's hard to tell, but it's like this bathroom area.
But I have to be honest, you're in here, you're experiencing things, you're hearing things, but it's not, you don't get the same feeling you do get from some of the other locations. It's like creepy. You don't know what's about to happen.
Yeah, it's much calmer. It seems much more tranquil.
At least in this area it is.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, spend as much time as we can in these areas. And then also we have to designate a lot of time to the servants' quarters because that's where he's saying a lot of activity seems to happen, be a little more unpleasant.
We've got the camera now that can see the light switch, so that's good. Let that run. You know, a lot of the places that we've investigated, we've had to worry a lot about people getting in and contaminating. This place is different. This is sealed up.
Yeah, and this one we have control of. I mean, we know if anybody's here. I mean, geez, they got it sound like a door. What was that?
It sounded like a door.
There's a lot of weird sounds, but not creepy sounds.
Right.
And it's
Almost sometimes it sounds like just someone like living their life. I mean, I say that just because it's walking indoors and lights.
well, I have found the real Mona Lisa.
That's the Mona Lisa?
Yes. The other one's a copy.
Where are we?
If I tell you that, people know where to find the
I
real
don't
Mona
need-
Lisa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it says Mona Lisa,
No, well, there you go.
El Da Vinci. I mean, and if I know anything, if this video ends up online, that means this will be true.
That means it's all true.
Because everything online is Jimmy.
True.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This is cool in here.
Where the hell are you?
In the kids' room.
Oh. Oh, what the hell's that? The bed.
So in here, this is the guest quarters. We have that device right there on the ground is from my good friend Sean at Ghost Stop. It's called a tracer unit, but this one's a little more advanced. So this one doesn't just sense movement, which I can show you in a second. It also senses temperature change. That's some other stuff. Sean's been working on some phenomenal stuff. They're truly a great bunch of people. But we have a camera set on it too, because I want to know if it picks up any movement. I had no idea you were standing right behind me. You scared the hell out of me.
Sorry.
So, if you notice, see that? It says movement. Look at it. Now that thing's pretty epic.
It's cool. And you can land planes.
That is true. I think it's FAA approved. This is some of their Halloween props and stuff that they have. So they do a Halloween thing here to raise money to actually fix the property up. And they've they've spent everything to do so. Actually trying to fix the roof right now.
Yeah. Right. Is it me or does that have a strange resemblance to you on New Year's Eve?
Looks like if Michael Myers drowned and they
Put a
pulled
top
him out
hat
of
on
the
him?
water after a week.
Is that a top hat? Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I can do. Let's see. Right. Oh, it's stuck to his head. It's attached. Oh, I'm just gonna do a little bit. Oh, look. I feel like I'm right at home here. I mean, all you need is the top. If I had the top hat, I could, do a little bit, Raise the shades and dim the lights. On the show, this is it. All right, let's check out another room. Just watch out for Sean's thing. Don't pull a Jimmy.
Yep, no Jimmys.
And
in retrospect, I'm glad you didn't use my last name and say don't pull a Johnson, because that has a whole different meaning.
I'm sure some people have said, stop pulling Johnsons to you before. All right, so don't pull a Jimmy. And everybody, if you're watching, pull a Jimmy. I'm sure you've seen some episodes. Jim sounds like a tank walking.
I have some issues.
He's destructive.
I have issues.
Crashes into things. Or swears a lot. I mean, all these things.
I've been very good in this investigation with the F-bombs, if you've noticed.
Yes, you sure enough.
Okay, so night one is finished. Our first night of investigating Wilson Castle done. A lot of really cool stuff. We seem to have a common theme when we investigate alone, just the two of us. We hear a lot of conversations, a lot of voice activity. That takes a lot of time to review, but we're going to review it and we're going to present it when we have it ready. But we are getting ready for night two. There's a lot to do still.